vibe, we shine on the light. Welcome to chat night, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. We all over the world, chat night Africa. We all over the world, chat night Africa. Welcome to chat night, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. Welcome to chat night, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. We all over the world, chat night Africa. We all over the world, chat night Africa. Welcome to chat night, the only place that we give you good vibe. Chat night Africa. Welcome to chat night, all over the world we are shining the light. Chat night Africa.
Everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Family Matters. Thank you for deciding to watch the broadcast. It's one of 3 programs that run on Chat Night Africa, the other 2 being Hearthline and Voices of Africa. My name is Divine Chamokong. Not long ago, I read this post online. Quote, "Don't go burn down your house because you saw something looking like a perfect marriage on Facebook." Well, don't we all aspire for this perfect marriage? The reality is none such exist, unfortunately. So when someone gets up one day and wonders why they married the wrong person, is it a moment's frustration or a result of festering conflict in a nursery of unforgiveness? Again, the question, is it possible that you married someone you should have absolutely no business with? To examine this thorny topic from different perspectives, Chat Night Africa invited someone unafraid to say it the way it is. Toyin Abiola, the gladiator. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me. God bless you. I
Lady
appreciate
Toyin
it.
Abiola, thank you for accepting our invitation to come on Chat Night Africa's Family Matters. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I'm super humbled. God
You
bless you
have
so
the
much.
platform.
Thank you. So, my people of love, how you all doing? I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be live, but we had like some technical issues. So, but just don't worry. Just listen to the video and everything, and leave your comments and send me your messages or your questions. And you can also send Mr. Divine of Chat Night Africa your messages too or comments. We'll get back to you. Okay, so don't worry about it. Anyway, so a couple of weeks back, I did a video on did you marry the wrong spouse? And that was when Mr. Divine saw it and he was like, you know what, so I want you to come and teach on my platform. And I'm super humbled for this opportunity. This is a very rare opportunity and I'm grateful. Thank you so much for having me. All right, so let's talk about it. I really want to be brief because I don't want to talk too much, but I want you guys to go home with something really, really deep. With something really, really deep. And that is why I am talking to your spirit, man, not your flesh. Do you understand? I am not a shallow speaker. When I'm talking about shallow speaking, I'm talking about I love deep truths. I love deep truths. I love truth because it's truth that can transform your life. The truth is what sets you free. And the truth has transformational power. And it is the truth that you know that can transform your life. And that is why I do not joke with the truth I speak on my platform. A lot of people do not like it. Some people do not like it. But it really does not matter how people feel. But I'll tell you the truth that will change your life positively. Do you understand? And that is what I am about, and that is what my messages are about. Do you understand? So, I don't know if I should introduce. Mr. Divan has already introduced me, and my name is Toyin Abiola. For those who don't know, I'm on marriage. I'm a speaker of love. I'm the anchor of Marriage Teachable Moments. Do you understand? And I always love to talk about relationship and marriages and life and how you can do better. I'm all about positive behaviors and attitudes. You can never get anything positive from a negative behavior. It cannot work. We've been deceived over the years to think that positivity will just come naturally. No, it doesn't come naturally. You put in the work, you sow the seed, and you reap that positivity at the end of the day. Anyway, so let's cut to the chase. Did you marry the wrong spouse? For some people, yes, they did. While for others, no, they did not. I'll repeat it again. For some people, yes, they did. While for others, no, they did not. And I'm going to briefly tell you about why you probably might have married the wrong person. First of all, let's start with why you got married. A whole lot of us, especially from Africa, we get married because we believe we're of age. Do you understand? And marriage does not work that way. If you think you're of age, that is why you're getting married, there is no way you will not marry the wrong person. Do you understand? So, but when you know the reason why you chose that person, when you know the reason why, out of all the people that were asking you out, you decided to settle with this person. This is a reason you have to be remembering every day of your life. If you don't remember that reason why you chose this person, you'll be swayed away from it. You'll be swayed. You'll be distracted. You'll be swayed away from that person and from that relationship. So you have to know why you got married to that person in the first place. Now, because a whole lot of people do not have that solid reason why they chose that person to be their companion. In this life, you will always walk on your journey. Do you understand? Now, marriage is, I have a companion that I will continue this journey with. My journey does not stop because I am married. My journey becomes much more interesting and not lonely because I have a companion to walk that journey with me. And as I'm walking my own journey in this marriage, this other person is walking his own journey or her own journey in the same marriage, using you as their own companion on the life journey. Do you understand what I mean? So now, the probability that you married a wrong person depends on you, what you know, and who you are. I say it all the time. A lot of people know their spouses, but they do not know themselves. If you don't know who you are, you're going to make the wrong choices. If you don't know who you are, you're going to bring a whole lot of problems into your marriage, and you will not know you are the one causing the problem. You are, there are some people in their marriages, they are the causer of the problem, but they are the one who sees the problem. They cause the problem, but they see the problem. We cause the problem unconsciously sometimes. And if you don't know yourself enough, do you understand? You will choose the wrong person in the beginning. So ignorance of who you are, ignorance of what marriage really entails, of what marriage is all about. The ignorance of that truth will make you choose the wrong person. Because when you know what marriage is really about, and marriage is all about responsibility. And it's not just responsibility to you alone, it's responsibility to yourself, responsibility to your spouse, responsibility to your children, responsibility to your children's children, and your children's children's children. Because how you bring up your children will determine how your children will bring up their own children. And those ones too, their own children, and so on and so forth. So it's a huge responsibility that you can never joke with. It's a huge responsibility that you should never make from a place of flesh. Do you understand? But a whole lot of people don't get it. So they marry from ignorance. Do you understand? They marry because of lack of maturity. And once you marry without maturity, I'm talking about mental maturity, emotional maturity, spiritual maturity. If you marry without that maturity, you will marry the wrong person. Do you understand? Now, another reason is lack of personal values and principles. If you don't have personal values, if you don't have personal principles, you will marry the wrong person. You will accept anything. Personal values and principles draw the lines for you. set boundaries for you, help you avoid unnecessary mistakes. So that by the time you live within your own personal values and principles, you start to vibrate in an energetical frequency that attracts the right person to you, not the wrong person. You'll be able to see people for who they are. You are not bending. You are not changing who you are. You are not changing your principles. You are not changing your values to accommodate somebody who is beneath your value. Do you understand? So if you don't have personal values and principles, if you don't have your boundaries, if you don't have what you disallow in life and in relationship, if you don't have what you allow, if you don't have what you will not accept and what you accept, you will marry the wrong person. And a whole lot of people have. Do you understand? Because they don't have values. Up to today, some married couples don't have values still and principles. And that is why it seems as if their marriage is shitty. Because the things you're supposed to do for yourself, God is not going to do it for you. Do you understand? Another reason is the lack of knowledge and understanding of what marriage entails. Just like I said, marriage is all about responsibility. I said it before. I said understanding is an important factor to life. If you lack understanding, you can never have good life. There is no way around it. The Bible says, with all you're getting, get understanding. See, let me tell you something. It is understanding that have made people make the right choices. It's not because they are stupid. It's not because they are foolish. It's not because they are mumu. They have realized the truth of life and they are living by that truth. Others, we ignorantly laugh at them and say, this one is a mumu. But they've understood what you have not understood. And I always say, if you refuse, I say, an understanding is very tricky because if you refuse to understand what you did not understand in ignorance, experience will teach you that understanding. What you did not understand in ignorance, experience will teach you. Life experience will give you that understanding eventually. What you refuse to understand when you were rich, you understand it when you were poor, when you become poor. And what you refuse to understand when you are poor, you will understand it when you are rich. What you did not understand when you are beneath, when you become at the top, you will understand it. Do you understand? What you did not understand when you were single, you will understand it in marriage. Do you understand? Like, understanding is a must-have, but the best thing is for you to understand way before, because when you understand, it will guide you. It will guide your path. It will guide your choices. It will guide your expressions. When I'm talking about attitudinal expressions, emotional expressions, it will guide your expressions every day of your life. And what you refuse to understand, because some people, at the end of it all, they refuse to understand on earth, they will understand after life. And that is the tragedy right there. That is the tragedy. That is the tragedy. The truth you're supposed to know on earth, if you don't know it and wait till after life before you know it, it's tragic. Do you understand what I mean? So lack of understanding can make somebody choose the wrong spouse. The right person is in front of them, but because there is something that they want that that person did not have, they go and choose the wrong person that is giving them what they want at that time. Do you understand? They will choose the wrong person. Another reason is attitudinal incompatibility. When people are so different, do you understand? Attitudinally, then you've married the wrong person. There is no way around it. Because there is no way you guys can mesh. There is no way you can come to the middle. Especially if one person, it's gonna be sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice, or compromise after compromise after compromise. And compromise happens when the both of you are compromising. But if it is one person that is doing it, it becomes you sacrificing all the time. Do you understand? And one thing with compatibility, just like I said before, is that when you were both ignorant, you were compatible. Even ignorance and foolishness have compatibility. wisdom have compatibility. So when you were both ignorant and foolish, you were compatible. Now the problem starts when somebody starts to get enlightened and become aware in the marriage. When you start to get enlightened and become aware, now you are growing, you are morphing emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, and the other person isn't. That means the other person is still in that vibrational frequency that got them the marriage. But you now, you have moved on from that place. You are becoming wiser. And so you are thinking differently. You are seeing life differently. And this other person is still in that place and wondering why you have changed so much. Do you understand? Then the incompatibility starts to widen even more. Every day starts to widen even more. Do you understand? And in that situation, yeah. But in some cases, when the both of you grow together, you can become ignorantly incompatible, but become compatible in wisdom, where the both of you have allowed yourselves to grow together. You understand? Another reason is spiritual incompatibility. And I'm talking about religious incompatibility. Religious incompatibility is a factor, but we have spiritual incompatibility. Some people can have different religion, but be compatible spiritually. While some people spiritually, they are not even compatible. And so that will manifest into that marriage, into that relationship. In that instant, no. Do you understand? You are not. Some people are not compatible temperamentally. You are not temperamentally compatible. And because you're not temperamentally compatible, if you marry that person, you have married wrong. There is no way around it. Now let's talk about marrying right and then thinking you have married wrong. Because that is what this talk is all about. But I figured I needed to say that first part. Marry right, but thinking you have married wrong. And the reason you're thinking that way is just because of problems. If everything was smooth, I'm telling you, you will not in any way think you have not married the right person. But because it's a little bit rocky, so you are thinking you've married the wrong person. No, it's still the right person. But it's just that there are so many things that you need to work on as an individual first and as a couple. As an individual first and as a couple. You work on yourself first before you start to work on being a couple together. A whole lot of people do not work on themselves at all. And because they are not working on themselves, they are not seeing how they are affecting their relationship. Do you understand? They are not seeing how they are affecting their relationship negatively. They are not seeing the things that they are doing negatively. And so it is affecting the relationship. So if you don't heal yourself first, you cannot heal that relationship. I will say it again. If you do not heal yourself first, there is no way on earth you can heal that relationship. It does not matter the kind of prayers you pray. And that's why a whole lot of people pray and they are not getting any result. You know why? Because you have not healed first. Do you understand? And so why do so many people think they have married the wrong person? We will start with lack of understanding too. Lack of understanding of the truth. Lack of understanding of yourself. Lack of understanding of the reality of marriage. Do you understand? So a whole lack of understanding will make you think that you have married the wrong person. Another reason is living in a fantasy world. You are so caught up in what you want, in what the society tells you, that you are not looking at your reality. And the whole idea is for you to rearrange your reality. You're supposed to rearrange it as much as possible in such a way that it benefits you, it benefits your spouse, it benefits your children, and everybody that is involved in that family. But no, what we want to do is import fantasy into the marriage instead of working on our reality and rearranging it as much as possible. If you don't work on your reality, if you don't come out of that fantasy world of thinking, okay, there is a perfect relationship out there, if you don't work on that, thinking that there is a perfect relationship out there, and for you to come out of it, you will bring that imperfect thoughts into your marriage and disrupt what you're supposed to be rearranging. When something is scattered and then you are using your ignorance to scatter it some more, that is what some people are doing. But where you are facing your reality, you're looking at it and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to rearrange this as much as possible. Let's work together. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. You can never have the kind of relationship another person has. It is not possible. And that's why I look at those people tapping. Oh, I'm tapping into somebody's marriage. Oh, God, I tap. God, when? I look at them and I shake my head. I look at them and I shake my head.
You are watching Family Matters on Voices on Chat Night Africa. I have somebody on the line. I am getting indications that Roy Mama is on the line from Florida. Let's see. My guest today is Roy Mama is on the line. She will be... Okay, Roy Mama is on the line. Hello, Roy Mama.
Uncle D,
How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm good. What is happening that so many people marry right, but then later on they thought they married wrong? What's going on? You talk a lot on this business.
I didn't get your question again. Sorry.
Why is it that so many people begin their relationships thinking that they married right, and later on the whole thing is so frustrating to them? They think that they married wrong.
Well, every relationship is like an assignment, and sometimes you get into one not knowing. You can never know somebody 100% until you get into that relationship. And unfortunately, there are red flags in relationship that people don't look into. When they start a relationship, they think that the little things that happen during the relationship is going to be better as time goes on, but unfortunately, it gets worse. So definitely, people start realizing a whole lot. And at the end of the day, they've already built this system, with them. But hey, there are people who can take and endure the suffering and pain, but there are some very much like women these days who are top notch, they will not take any nonsense. So decided to leave and to sit and take that abuse.
But it's the problem that people just don't get prepared. People prepare for the wedding more than they prepare for the marriage.
Definitely. That's so true.
How should... Yes, go ahead, please.
People get excited. I just came on my hookup show and I had an amazing time with Soso, the CEO who runs the platform You Can Do Anything podcast. And we talked about the aspect of how ready are you, to one relationship or the, nowadays a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm there already. It's on my side. Let me just get into it and get over it. They don't question. They don't find out who this person is. Some people even get married without even know who your mother is. Unfortunately, they can't even tell who family is. And then at the end of the day, they start rushing out of it when they start discovering a whole lot. So people don't really sometimes prepare themselves. They just jump into it and get excited about the wedding itself, not the marriage.
How should people be preparing for the marriage, not the wedding, in order to circumvent the problems that they later on find themselves in?
Unfortunately, you can never be 100%, but at least give yourself 80% of the path. Ask questions. One thing we don't do, we don't communicate, we don't ask questions as much as we can. Look at the red flags. When somebody has anger issue, be mindful. If somebody is not open enough, be mindful. If somebody cheats in the course of your relationship, that's a red flag right there. So there are a whole bunch of things that you have to look into before, have a check mark, have a checklist and say, this is what I want. If you don't, if 80% of the things that you're looking for is not on that checklist, then unfortunately that's not what you have to go for.
That's right.
Sometimes somebody can make a good man, but not a good husband. So they definitely have to have an open mind. One thing we don't do, again, as I said, is communicate. People don't talk. People are scared to ask questions. People are scared to communicate. They think that if you ask too many questions, the man is going to run away or the man is going to look at you like you're. But when you ask those questions, you get to know somebody better, and the person also gets to know you better.
True.
Now, some people think that maybe sometimes people just don't manage their expectations right. They think that marriage is this bed of roses. And I mean, they go on Facebook and they see this beautiful, all these things looking like marriages made in heaven, matches made in heaven. And they go back home, they feel like they should burn down their own homes because it's not happening like they saw on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is social media playing a negative role or positive role in this?
It has a positive and a negative side of it, and it's how you decide to want to assume what you consume what you see out there also matters. Not all marriages are not a bed of roses. It's like a full-time job. You have to put in the time and the work. Most of the time, people will not show you the bad, but they'll show you the good. So it's now up to you. Do not go mess up your own because your own is not on social media. You know, sometimes people put a facade. Sometimes there are realities out there that it's for real. So do not compare your relationship with somebody else because you don't know what it takes for that person to be theirs. Not every two relationship is the same. What can make your partner happy might make somebody else's partner sad. So when you see what you see, take the good side of it and leave the bad side. And don't kill yourself because yours is not on social media having all the likes and loves. That's just the reality of it.
If somebody came to you, Roy Mama, and people come to you a lot, you have a lot of followers online. If they come to you and say, hey, look, we just saw somebody want to get married to, what is it you're going to tell them?
I do a hookup live show, which means that I do attend to a whole bunch of people out there, the young ones and the older ones. And questions like that have always come up. And what I always tell people to be patient. You know, you have to be patient, especially when it has to do with meeting someone online. It's a whole lot that entails than meeting someone in person. When you see with someone in person, you can see them through their eyes and tell one or two questions. But when you're dealing with someone online, there's a whole lot that you have to deal with, and you have to be patient enough. So do not rush. Take your time. Learn who this person is, so they also can be able to understand who you are. Because one thing that our people do is that the moment you start talking, date before you even fall in love. The moment you start talking to somebody, for them it's a whole relationship like that. You have to give yourself a process of at least 3 months to date someone. You know, because people don't date these days. They just decide to jump into the whole thing and it's a full-blown relationship. But when you date somebody, the course of your dating, there are things that you might kind of realize, and you know that, hey, this thing is not for me. Or you realize, be like, oh my God, I want to go more and see more what's going on. So people need to learn to date than to just jump into a full-blown relationship. That's why I always talk about it. Sometimes you can talk to 2, 3, 4 people. It doesn't mean you're in love with them. It means you're dating to see which one is the best for you. You can go on a date while you're talking to someone else, and you have to make people understand that we're just dating. You can't meet me on the first day and tell me you love me. No, you don't. That is not love. That's an infatuation. You know, so it's a whole lot that has to do with meeting someone and getting to know them and finding that perfect match for you. And hey, if it makes you laugh, is that what you're looking for? Hey, if it makes you smile, does it check on you? Does it make sure that, you know, your needs are being fulfilled? You know, is somebody like me? I'm a very emotional person. I can tell you like 20,000 times a day how much I love you, but do you get that back? Or did the other person just sit there and don't want to acknowledge the fact that you have that feeling for them? So there are little things that don't matter that some of us don't necessarily look into it, thinking that maybe when we get married, we're definitely going to work better. No, it gets worse when you get married, trust me.
Before I let you go, and then I continue with Toyin Abiola with me in the studio, Roy Mama, a lot of people, when they go on a date, sometimes the man really, really wants sex out, on the first date. And a lot of times, young women don't want to say no for fear of losing the deal. What is it that should go into a date? It appears confusing to many people.
Yeah. The thing is that what is the intention going on that date? You have to ask yourself also as a person, what am I going for? Am I going to meet someone I can settle down with? Am I going just to have a fling? There are different reasons why people go on a date. Am I going that maybe I have that burning thing in me that we can just exploit and just enjoy each other's moment and let it go? or is it a perfect person that I'm looking for? Even that's not, there's no perfect man out there, but is it that one that I'm looking for? So it all depends of your intention going on that. Most people just think, oh, I just want to go eat and drink and get, some people don't even want to even get to know you as a person. You don't explore that moment. It's one of the days that maybe I just go out and just hang out and just have my own time. And maybe this is the man I want to hang out with tonight. So if you're not intentional about the reason why you're going on that date, you end up finding yourself in a ditch. So you have to be very much intentional. There are people that on the first day, they can exploit each other. The attraction gets them. And boom, you find yourself having sex with a stranger that you don't even know. There are people that they want to be so reserved and be like, hey, can we get to know each other better? Physical attraction is very powerful. A lot of people don't get it. And sometimes people misunderstand physical attraction for love. That is not it. That's not love. You're just attracted to this person sexually. And after the sex bomb, you let it go. There's nothing else this person has to give for you.
That's right.
Give to you. So people have to be very intentional. If you're not intentional when you're going on the first date, you end up losing it all.
Wow. Roy Mama, when I listen to you and listen to Toyin Abiola, the most Ada of all Adas in Nigeria, I believe me, it looks like I should take a notebook and begin to just take notes.
To know that she's in the studio with you, she's one of the people that I look up to. I love her vision, and she's very much amazing. Thank you so much.
That's so nice of you. That's so nice of you. Roy Mama connecting from Florida. Thank you, Roy Mama, for dialing in.
Thank you so much, and I would love to come.
Absolutely. Okay, that's Roy Mama, like you, she unpacked a lot. Now, you talked about lots of areas of incompatibility. I picked on a lot of them. You talked about spiritual incompatibility, attitudinal incompatibility. Are these fixable problems?
Yeah.
So why are people not fixing them?
Because they don't want to. First, they are ignorant of the fact that they have that problem. And like I say, ignorance is a whole lot. It is what you know that is doing you. It's just like, okay, when you're not feeling too well, and you know you're not feeling too well, and you go to the hospital, to get checked, to get diagnosed of what is doing you, right? But a lot of people, they have this attitudinal emergency and problems, and they just don't know that they are not feeling well. Do you understand? And so because they don't know it, they don't want to do anything, and they're not even going to do anything concerning it. So everybody can fix themselves. But the question is, are they going to? Do they even know that they have a problem that needs fixing?
You raised a lot of things. You raised a lot of points. I'm not sure if you finished the points, and we're going to have a little break here. We're going to have a little break, and then you will I'll bring you back on the platform. You are watching Family Matters on Chat Night Africa. There is a musical interlude, and this is Sammy Chia. Once he finishes his song, which is Christian song, we will bring back the gladiator Toyin Abiola. Here is Sammy Chia.
One day Jesus will call my name. As the days go by, I hope I don't stay the same. I want to get so close to him. There is no big change on that day that Jesus will call my name. One day Jesus will call my name. As the days go by, I hope I don't stay the same. I want to get so close to him that there's no change on that day that Jesus will call my name. Some days fill me, some days drain me. Some days I think of the day I die, but there's some number of days I put myself first. But it's not what I do, but Jesus says it. stay there saying, I want to get so close to him that there's no change on that day that Jesus will call my name. I want to get so close to him that there's no big change on that day that Jesus will call my
That's Sammy Chia. Ladies and gentlemen, the most Ada of all Adas. Looks like you love that song. I could see it. It looks like you really, really, really love that song. Well, you heard nothing yet. Next week, Sammy will be performing on the broadcast. He's amazing. I've known Sammy for 38 years. 38 years.
Wow.
He lives in Maryland. That's an amazing guy. We will also take another 1 minute break and bring you back on the platform for more good stuff. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Garrett Delivery Service LLC. Have you been looking for a reliable and affordable moving company? Garrett Delivery Service moves your belongings using extra safety measures. We offer customized solutions to fit all of your delivery requirements, saving you time and money. We are dedicated to providing you with safe and prompt delivery services by partnering with a network of local drivers. Feel free to call us if you need assistance with booking your delivery. Here are some of the proficient services we offer: local moving services, furniture delivery services, medicines delivery services, letters delivery services, documents delivery services, grocery delivery services, food delivery services, flowers and gifts delivery services, junk removal services, home cleanout service. Other attributes to make you hire our fascinating services. Operational since 2019, 24/7 availability, timely delivery, trusted partnership with local movers. We value your time, maximum customer satisfaction, reasonable rates. Get in touch to book your delivery.
Now you get the message. It's up to you to act on it. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, let's welcome the powerful woman, Toyin Abiola.
Thank you so much.
Toyin Abiola, I have to say that you came really, really loaded on this show. You haven't unpacked everything. So once again, I'm going to have you have the platform all to yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you, thank you. And Roy, Mama, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome, 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 awesome talks. Awesome. See, one thing I've realized that in this time and era, you cannot go into a relationship ignorantly. It will burn you. Do you understand? Like if you do it ignorantly, it will like you cannot afford to be ignorant of the truth that surrounds relationship. Do you understand? Anyway, so we're just talking about when you married a right partner but seemed wrong. They are the right partners for you but seemed wrong. And we talked about lack of understanding, and I was in living in a fantasy world, do you understand, and not paying attention to your reality. We are all supposed to work on our marital realities. That is why you are there. The universe will always bring problems so that you can grow and mature. At the end of the day, it's always about you, about how you've grown, about how you've become what you've been destined to become. And becoming something or somebody, majority of the time, it's not always physical. Sometimes it is a spiritual becoming. Do you understand? It is an emotional becoming. You know, it is a psychological and mental becoming many a time. Do you understand? It's not always physical. It's not always financial. It's not always status. being known. So many people are known all over the world, but they have not become. Yes, yes, they could be celebrated all over the world, but the truth is, they have not truly become, in quotes. But let's leave that talk. Now, another reason that you might think that your partner ain't the right person is the lack of emotional maturity and intelligence to resolve conflict. If you don't have the emotional maturity and intelligence in resolving conflict, you will move from one marriage to another. You will move from one relationship to another. And that skill you lack will still manifest in those relationships. Yes, the relationship, no two relationship is alike. So meaning that even the problem you faced in one relationship will not be the problem you will face in another. But that other relationship still has its own problems that you will face. So the whole idea is having the right skill, the right understanding, and knowledge on how to navigate each problem life throws at the both of you. Do you understand? How will you resolve this problem together? Do you understand? Don't be too emotional when you're tackling things, when you're tackling problems. You know, yeah, you can feel what you feel, you can feel your emotions, but use wisdom and understanding in resolving your marital issues. I always tell couples, never focus on the problem. If something has happened, it has happened. There is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do to change what has happened. So when you fight, when you are quarreling, you are protesting against what has happened. But that is not your solution. If you like, protest from now till next year. Keep malice from now till next year. It is still not the solution at the end of the day. So the whole idea is for you to come back to the table together and resolve the situation. Once you're able to resolve the situation, it's awesome. It will help your relationship. You will grow. The whole idea is tomorrow, not repeating that same mistake tomorrow. Not repeating it again, learning from the mistake and growing from it. Another reason is why you might think your partner is not the right one is when you are choosing yourself over yourself as an individual over yourselves as a union. Do you understand? It's about what I want. And I said it. It is all the time. What you want in a relationship might not be what is good for you. What is it that you two want in a relationship? It's not about what I want. Yes, I have my own wants. Your partner has his own want or her own wants. But what do the two of you want to achieve together? That is the essence of the marriage. What are we achieving together? What goals are we achieving together? Not what I want. When you are always quarreling your partner about what they are not giving you, it just shows how self-centered and selfish that you are. It's not all the time your partner will be able to meet your needs. Not all the time your partner will be able to fulfill your wants. Do you understand? Because this is how you're going to look at it. Are you fulfilling their own wants too? That is just how it is. But what is it do we have to fulfill? Can we fulfill together as a couple? Once the both of you are doing it together as a couple, you will see that the relationship will be much more at ease. And both of you will be meshing and merging as one, as you are supposed to, as a union. Do you understand? So stop choosing yourself. Stop choosing what you want. Choose what the family wants and what the family needs. What does this marriage need? What does our financial life need? What does our emotional life need? Sometimes you guys have to come to the table and say, okay, you know, we're going to have no shouting policy in this house. There is no shouting policy. We're not going to shout. We're not going to scream. We're not going to yell. That is what the union needs. You might want to yell because you're angry, but because it is not what you want, that is what the family needs, you will have to sacrifice that what you want for the need of that family and say, okay, you know, since we've agreed that there is not going to be no shouting or quarreling policy, then I'm just going to put these emotions aside right now and, you know, obey the rules that we've set as a family. If you cannot obey the rule that you set as a family in a marriage that benefits everyone, you're only deceiving yourself and you lack wisdom. So every family should have their own rules and regulations that everybody got to obey. Everybody, including the head of the home. Everybody has to obey it. When you create laws and rules that you cannot follow, do you understand? Then you're just telling everybody that you're above the law that you're creating. And there is no wisdom in that. There is no leadership in it. Do you understand? Mr. Divine is back.
We love Chat Night Africa. Keep watching Chat Night Africa.
When I told you that this woman is a gladiator, I meant it. I just wasn't throwing words around. She is a truckload of wisdom when it comes to this. Now, it is not the hearer that sees change. It's the doer. So you can hear this all you want from January to December, and it'll make no difference, no impact in your life if you don't take this and see how you can manage it and apply it to your life. Now, some people have pushed back and say, hey, look, there is not a single magic bullet. No, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. How do you respond to that?
Can you ask the question again? Sorry.
Some people say that you counselors come with solutions, but every home is different.
I don't think anybody has a solution for another person. We can give you ideas. We can give you suggestions, but you're going to create your solution yourself at the end of the day, because only you know what your family needs. Only you know what your marriage needs. So no matter how you even paint it to the counselors, all they can do is just give you suggestions that might just help you, do you understand, be able to make the decision you need to make for your marriage and for your family.
It was Bob Marley who said, when you quarrel, you are saying prayers to the devil. I caught a line when you said that when you quarrel, you're protesting, but you're not resolving the problem.
Yes.
Why is it that people gravitate towards shouting at each other instead of actually looking quietly at or for the solutions?
It's lack of emotional intelligence. Once you are giving to emotions, once you react from emotions, there is no way you will not be quarreling and shouting. Do you understand? Okay, for example, something happened, and because I disagree with what happened mentally, I'm angry. The anger is my emotions. Now, anger, I'm allowed to be angry. It is what I do with that anger that either makes me wise or foolish. Do you understand? Now, I can be angry and just decide that, you know what, this is so unacceptable, but we'll talk about this later. And go and think about it. As in, how will I put it? Ponder on the situation, ponder on the solution, then come back and say, okay, you know what you did the other time is totally unacceptable, but let us talk about how we're going to resolve it. I have expressed my displeasure without shouting. You know I'm already angry without quarreling. I'm making curses. Do you understand? So when you disagree, you don't have to always shout. You don't have to always quarrel and call the other person names just because you disagree with what they've done.
We love Chat Night Africa.
So should people be taught techniques of conflict management, conflict resolution at wedding ceremonies? Because what we hear at weddings, we hear how this woman or this man went to university, has a PhD. We say how that man is so handsome. We hear that woman is so beautiful. Nobody is setting realistic expectations. Should people be told in black and white that, look, this thing we're stepping into is not going to be a bed of roses every day?
Yes, certainly.
So why are people avoiding that subject at weddings?
I don't have an idea. I really don't. I don't know why people do what they, as in why they are not speaking the truth of what marriage is really about. You know, they only talk about, for better, for worse, but we need a breakdown of that worse. Do you understand? We need different scenarios of what that worst could look like and different probable solutions that we could use to be able to overcome the worst as much as possible.
You're so passionate in this thing. The most Ada of all Adas, Ada Toyin Abiola. You talked about choosing yourself over yourselves with an S.
Yeah.
What are some of the manifestations of greed in a marriage or in a love relationship?
When you're always talking about what you want and what you need and what you desire and what should be given to you all the time. Yeah, that is it. If it's always about you, it got to be about what you want. It got to be about how you see things. No, that is selfishness right there. You are being self-centered. You are being self-centered. You know, it is not what you want that the family wants. And that's why you have to make sure you put everybody into consideration. Yes, we can meet your wants and your needs as much as we can, but also, what of the other people in the family? Do you understand? The family has become one with other people in it. So it cannot be all about you. Oh, I want you to do this for me. I see what is happening in my friend's house. My friend's husband did this for her. My friend, wherever there's a marriage there, there's that couple there. No, that is, you're just communicating what you want. But is that what really your family needs at the end of the day?
I will be bringing you back on the platform for your closing remarks. You are watching Family Matters on Chat Night Africa. Time for us to move on to our commercial page one more time before we wrap up.
Welcome to Garrett Delivery Service LLC. Have you been looking for a reliable and affordable moving company? Garrett Delivery Service moves your belongings using extra safety measures. We offer customized solutions to fit all of your delivery requirements, saving you time and money. We are dedicated to providing you with safe and prompt delivery services by partnering with a network of local drivers. Feel free to call us if you need assistance with booking your delivery. Here are some of the proficient services we offer: local moving services, furniture delivery services, medicines delivery services, letters delivery services, documents delivery services, grocery delivery services, food delivery services, flowers and gifts delivery services, junk removal services, home cleanout service. Other attributes to make you hire our fascinating services. Operational since 2019, 24/7 availability, timely delivery, trusted partnership with local movers. We value your time, maximum customer satisfaction, reasonable rates. Get in touch to book your delivery.
And in a moment, we will bring back on the platform this powerful, I honestly, I don't know from what part of Nigeria this woman is. She is simply extensively knowledgeable, articulate in matters of love relationships. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the most Ada Toyin Abiola.
Thank you so much, sir.
Lady
Good to
Toyin
be back.
Abiola, I could keep you here all day listening
Yeah.
to you. It feels, I mean, you are a moving encyclopedia when these things are concerned. What would you like people just remember after watching you for an hour on Family Matters at Chat Night Africa? You are Nuggets, please. I want to take some home myself.
See, let me tell you guys, let me tell you something. And that's one of the last points I wanted to actually make concerning being with the right person but thinking they are wrong is distractions. Once you have so much distractions, you think you have choices out there, it will not make you to be focused. And like I said, always remember why you married the person you married in the first place. And you have to remember it for the rest of your life. Do you understand? Now, and that is it. Do you understand? Without the distractions, you'll be focused to make your marriage work. And let me just tell us closing talk, right? See, just choose peace for yourself. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, peace is the most important thing in life. And your peace comes from the choices that you are making. And like I said before, your choice is everything. You make the wrong choice, it's going to redirect your life. You make the right choice, it's going to lead you on the path you're supposed to be. Every choice you make recreates your destiny. Let me tell you something. You think you already have, a lot of us think that we have this destiny that is already carved for us. No. The choices that you are making is recreating your life and recreating your destiny on a daily basis. And that is why you cannot afford to live your life anyhow and misbehave. Mr. Divine asks that, why is it that a whole lot of people are not choosing to do better? Foolishness, nothing more. Foolishness. If you see the good you're supposed to do for yourself and you don't choose it, it is foolishness, because anything you do have consequences. Anything you do have consequences. It is those consequences that manifest as our experiences. So when you choose better, you're going to have better consequences. When you choose worse, you're going to have bad and negative consequences. That is just how it is. Don't let anybody deceive you. Do not let peer group deceive you. Do not let the society deceive you. Culture and tradition. Oh, they are doing it. Everybody is doing it. Don't worry. No, you don't have to do it. Be the only one in the whole wide world that chooses to do better for yourself and for your marriage. Oh, you're a root. Because in Nigeria, for example, they can call you root if you are too all about your marriage as a woman. And they will call you mumu, woman rapper, as a man, just because you are choosing to do better in your relationship. Tell them that yes, you choose better and you choose peace. It's as simple as that. That is just what I want to say. And I wish everybody well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Toyin Abiola.
We love Chant Night Africa.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh Lord, I could be here with you all day just
Yes.
sucking in the wisdom. Thank you so much, Toyin Abiola, for
Thank you
coming
for
to
having me.
share your vast knowledge.
Thank
You're a
you,
young
thank you,
woman,
thank you.
but the knowledge you have comes across to me like you accumulated this for 90 years. Yet you are not 90.
It's all good.
I appreciate you so much, my friend. I appreciate you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you.
And this broadcast will be on YouTube permanently. It will be on our broadcast website, www.chatnightafrica.net in high definition. And you can post your comments. She will come and respond. I can tell you that.
Certainly.
And I have to say one thing. This is not the last time that you're watching Toyin on Family Matters. By the way, if you have Android phones, you simply can go to Play Store and download the app for broadcast, Chat Night Africa broadcast app. And once you hit on that app, you get connected instantaneously to all the platforms we have a presence on. Thank you again for watching.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we call it quits today. We could be here for another 3 hours with this beautiful, very knowledgeable lady. I want to thank all of you for watching. My name is Divine Chamukong. I want to also thank my producer in Nigeria, Roger Full, who makes sure that this broadcast is on all the platforms. We are on Google global search engines. I want to thank Mr. Mumbalingwa, who is my director of transmission. At this point, I say merci à tout le monde. Oh, by the way, before I go, let me say thank you to Samichia. You can go to Spotify. You can simply go on Spotify and search Samichia The Dream. Before I go, maybe I should leave you on a few notes by Samichia.
One day Jesus will call my name. As the days go by, I hope I don't stay the same. I want to get so close to him. There is no big change on that day that Jesus will call my name. my name as the days go by. I hope I don't stay the same. I wanna get so close to him that there's no change on that day that Jesus will call my name. Some days fill me, some days drain me. Some days I think of the day I die, but there's some number of days I put myself first, but it's not what I do that Jesus says it. One day Jesus will call my name as the days go by. I hope I don't stay the same. I wanna get so close to him that there's no change on that day that Jesus will call my name. I wanna get so close to him that there's no big change on that day that Jesus will call my
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming. Coming to get down. I'm coming. I'm coming. Coming to dance. To dance. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. We're gonna get down. We're gonna get down. We're gonna party. Party hardy. We're gonna boogie. Boogie woogie, and when we jam, it's out of sight. This song right here, it's dynamite. I'm ready.